to the Penniless Podcast. Tuba, 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 tuba. Welcome to the Penniless Podcast. Tuba, 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 tuba. Whoop, doop, boop, doop, boop, boo. Sheba, da, ba, ba, da, ba, 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 doo, boop.
Wow.
Please do join in.
Scattily tat.
I love it. Welcome everyone to the
hello.
Penniless Podcast. I'm Penny.
I'm Liz.
And we have a special guest with us today. One of our friends. And I've got I actually wrote an introduction. You ready for this?
Oh, okay. Exciting. Yeah.
The master of class, ready for laughs, daily winner of best dressed and well-timed remarks. Please welcome our friend, Rob Montesclaros.
Whoa. You even said my last name right.
Yeah, I know.
That's so good.
Yeah, I know.
The master of class. All right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Just trying to get you on our best side before we start, because we know how sassy you can get.
Like, let's just warm him up really well.
Okay.
Yeah, but welcome, Rob. It's good to have you on here. We've been actually trying to get you on here for a while, like just secretly. We haven't actually asked you like ages ago, but
I'm surprised it's taken this long.
yeah,
We've talked about
We've been
it.
working our way out a little bit.
Yeah.
You've been too scared.
We like have huddles and we're like, okay, if this comes up in conversation, maybe I can like put it out there. And I'm so glad you just finally did it yourself.
Yeah, we'll take. We don't catch up very often, like because
You and Liz.
Yeah, me and Liz. We sometimes see each other at home, maybe when we're passing rooms and stuff like that. No, you and me, we don't catch up very often because obviously you're a workmate of Liz, and I saw you at the awards night, and I was like, hurry up, let's go, let's do this.
I'm glad.
Make it happen. So a bit of fun.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to be here.
Yeah, I was hoping you'd wear the feathers.
That's not even mine.
Yeah.
There was
There was talks that night of you actually bringing them home, wasn't there?
I would love those feathers.
I did think that you were walking out just with the feathers.
The
just,
full regalia, just like
I don't
no
think-
one would have batted an
No
eye.
one would have
They
stopped
would be like,
you.
okay.
They would be
that's
like,
right.
that's fun. Yeah,
That's it.
He
yeah.
actually
from
came in
home.
like this.
It matches his outfit. There's no way he's taken them from
what a
anywhere else.
dream. I would have loved that. Maybe I
Yeah.
should I'll just be the feather guy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
let's
from
just
this
get you
point
some
on.
feathers.
Yeah.
I mean,
Maybe you have like a wardrobe full of feathery.
No,
like,
Just-
I'm imagining
what even is that called? Like this thing that goes behind your head, like what is that? Like
I see. I don't know. I was going to give some
the name.
context, but it
Yeah.
was a
it's probably
set.
for the best.
It was a set of wings essentially that you kind of put on around you, and it was like a feather. It kind of
was beautiful.
Yeah,
It
it was
looked
beautiful.
glorious.
And what we've had happen in the past is we will just be on the dance floor, and then Rob will just turn up, and he is just adorned with something new. And in this time, it was just a set of feathers that perfectly matched his outfit.
Yeah, it was amazing.
The whole theme matched my outfit.
It did.
I'm glad you coordinated with them because
I gave him the green light 2 years ago.
Yeah,
It took him
perfect.
2
it was
years.
a surprise
to,
for everyone else but you. 'Cause
Yeah.
you were like,
I was yawning on the way in.
I need to make sure I'm dressed perfectly for this occasion.
Absolutely.
Yeah, cool. So for those that are new to the podcast, it's a very casual podcast. It's basically like watching just some mates talking rubbish, really, having a good time. We talk any subjects from like aliens to bed socks. I don't know. Anything really. Anything to have a bit of a laugh. So yeah, we'll start with some questions to get to know Rob, and then might play a game. I don't know.
Oh,
Yeah.
Is there
We'll have to think
swearing?
about
No
that.
swearing. Like
Is
how?
there?
What's the rating for this one?
We haven't really.
No rating.
No.
We don't like to put ourselves in boxes here.
Yeah.
Well, at least I don't.
No one's
Like,
sworn before in this
Yeah.
one.
Yes, they
Yeah,
have.
they have.
Like
Yeah.
at least 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
So
I think it hasn't been unnecessary swearing. It's been really pertinent to the story.
Yeah,
I think
yeah.
that's the type of swearing I really appreciate.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
You know,
makes
it's a
sense.
real description word, right?
Yeah.
It really needs to have that passion behind it.
Exactly.
Yeah. You understand?
I'm a bit of a sailor. What can I say?
Yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. Everyone can obviously join in on the conversation. Obviously not right now because you're not here and we're not live where you are, because you could be in your toilet, you could be in your bed, you could be in the cafe. You could be at work.
There's many places that you could
be, but you're not here.
You're not here.
Yeah.
And at least I hope you're not just like standing in our backyard, just creeping through the
How
window.
creepy would that
I
be? Through that
know.
kitchen window
Would
over
it be
there?
cool?
Ooh,
Like-
no.
And they
no.
switch the light
I-
on underneath them and they're like,
It's like-
hi.
No.
But the effort, like I
Yeah.
appreciate that. Come join us.
Not
Yeah.
cool. Join
If
us
you're there-
online.
okay,
Join us
alright.
online.
Yeah.
We would love you to join us
We
online.
do actually enjoy having people here while we do it as well.
Yeah.
We've had that in the past and
But
there's been
like,
some giggles, which is good.
Message us maybe and get
Yeah.
some permission. To
Don't just rock up.
Consent is sexy.
Yeah. It isn't a proper production studio or anything like
It's just
that.
our house.
This
like-
isn't Universal
Oh,
Studios
yeah,
or
okay,
anything.
yeah.
And we don't record at the same time. So, we have historically done like Friday nights, but if one Friday night you rock up and we're not recording, it's just like
And I'm in my raid gear,
Jay walking past in his underwear, like you're not going
in
to.
my tidy
Yeah.
whities.
I don't know.
Fair.
They'll be like, yes, tabloid pics. Anyway, but yeah, but join in on the comments on the YouTube because we do read everything in the comments there, and we do like to actually answer questions if you have them, or
Bring them forward.
or bring them forward to the
Yeah.
next
Oh, I'm
podcast.
excited.
We actually also quite a lot get when like we say something wrong. There's usually people in the comments
Correcting
that's
you.
correcting
Yeah,
me,
which is good.
which is really good.
No, that's great. Yeah.
It's really like humbling. So
Also,
yeah, that too.
We don't need to you don't need to know the full story, and if you get it wrong, it's fine. Someone will fix it up in the
Yeah,
comments.
exactly.
Like, I mean,
That's
the
how it
details
works.
are less important.
Yeah.
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 We're just about having fun, having chill.
Exactly.
And hope you feel like you're joining in with us while you're listening or watching this. Anyway, so getting to know you, play some games, and then we're doing a deep dive. What are we doing?
We're doing a deep dive on witches.
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 Yeah.
Are you a
Spooky
witch?
season. How do you define a witch?
You can't
How do you
ask
define
someone
a
that.
witch?
I don't think you can just ask someone, "Are you a witch?"
Oh, they won't tell you.
Is
Is it
you
like
know,
a secret
we might
society?
get into
Some
that.
witches like love it though. They're like
Oh,
super
yeah.
like open about witchcraft.
Okay.
Yeah.
Like these days.
Are you one of those
actually,
witches?
Yeah.
I am. I will neither confirm nor deny. I don't know. But how do you define like a witch though?
Well, let's get
Let's
into
get
what
into
that
that
is.
in a
Yeah,
second.
yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think we should define it though.
Yeah.
Like that would be good.
Yeah, great.
Then we'd know what we're talking about.
Perfect.
Because
That's a good
otherwise we
start.
wouldn't know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
Well-
But why do you need to find a witch? Like you said that just before, and I
Find a witch.
Yeah,
No,
you said-
defined. How do you define it?
Defined. But you need to
Defined.
find one.
I
You
know,
like trying to
yeah.
find a love potion or something.
I just think of
How do I
any
make myself
great,
rich?
Any great like lawyer presentation, doesn't it start with Webster's
Oh
define?
my god, that is like a valedictorian
Yeah,
speech
sure,
at,
valedictorian. Yeah,
in high school.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ew.
success is defined as this. We're
But
not doing
seriously,
that. Yeah.
All right, well, let's
What
get
was that?
some questions.
Okay,
let's,
questions.
let's get
Let's
into these
go.
questions.
Okay, ready.
Get to know Rob, so everyone out there knows Rob better than we know Rob, and Rob knows
And maybe
himself.
Rob knows himself. Yeah.
Yeah, it should be good. So, Liz, do you want to start with the first one? Because I think it's like the most relevant one to start with.
I do. Well, it's really important. So, how would you describe yourself versus how do you think others that know you would describe you?
Oh.
Two-part question.
Yeah.
First
straight
part
up.
first.
How do you describe yourself?
I would describe myself as
Salt of the earth.
really down to earth. No, I think I would describe myself as someone who knows himself really well, is funny.
We'll be the judge of that.
Yeah.
This isn't coming off at the moment. No.
We've yet to see it. And is driven, has a vision for my life. Really boring. This is like, is this for LinkedIn?
No, it's not.
Yeah,
like
it
someone's
sure
like,
is.
"Hey, I thought I might be friends with you. Who are you?"
Yeah, exactly.
And
Yeah, I
you're
want
like,
someone who's
"Oh."
really driven.
Exactly.
really knows what they want.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know. I think that a hallmark of who I am is I know who I am and I'm pretty proud of it.
I
And
think
sucked in, no one else can know because I know. Is that what you
exactly.
mean?
Yeah, and then no one
Yeah.
else is allowed to know.
Yeah.
And then people who know me, I think, I don't know. I don't know if this is real.
Yeah,
I
okay.
think they would think that I'm generous. I know. I don't. Kind? Maybe?
Generous and kind.
Yeah.
what was
and
the third thing they would use to describe you?
humble? No.
These are all so good.
Oh no, I don't know. You'll have to get someone in. How would you describe me, Alyssa? You would know. You've known for a couple of years.
Yeah. Well, I would say that you are a great communicator. I think you're extremely articulate. And
I stumbled on a few words already.
you're very passionate. And I think the other thing that's most notable, and I think the third thing is the most important thing that anyone says about you. So the first two, like, oh yeah, the third one's the most important. And I'm sorry, but since the day you've walked in to our business, you've been the best dressed. And I'm sorry, but whether that's superficial or not, that is
Guys.
how you would be described. So that's how I describe you. But can we just go back to what you were saying before? Because I think how you described yourself was very great, because you used the word a hallmark of how
A hallmark of who I am. Okay.
using the
Salt
word
of the earth.
hallmark is who you are.
Great. I'd say confident, fun, easygoing.
Oh.
Knows likes to have fun. There we go. Okay, cool. I got another question.
Yeah, let's
Shall
do
we
that.
move on? Because I
Yes.
think we know everything we need to know
That's
about
it.
that. So
Done.
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
the
yeah.
question.
Okay,
Finished.
perfect.
We've got plenty though.
Okay.
Yeah.
We've got plenty.
Okay.
And they get various.
This is all about me?
various
Yeah.
difficulties.
Oh
Buckle
my
in.
god.
Yeah.
You can ask
I hate
us as well.
talking about myself.
You can-
yeah, okay.
Definitely.
Yeah,
It's
perfect.
not just
Okay.
about you.
Yeah.
I know you want it. No.
I hate it.
Stop looking at me. I'm beautiful. Stop it.
In this? No.
Okay, your good friend.
My good friend.
Yeah. You have a friend?
I have a yes.
Yeah,
I have one friend.
Picture one of the
One friend.
picture that friend.
She's great. Your good friend asked you to meet their new lover,
Ooh.
toy, fun friend, whatever.
Toy?
I don't know. Whatever. You see it's an absolute disaster.
Okay.
And you're seeing lots of red flags, but your friend seems completely oblivious to it.
Okay.
What are you going to do in that situation? Okay, go.
In the moment.
Yeah.
In the moment, afterwards, talk me through your thoughts. What do you
Okay.
think?
In the moment, I'd be super fake because I'm nice. And I would be like,
hi.
what, yeah, I would. Yeah, I don't want to put anyone on the spot. What's that? It's a common courtesy where if someone can't change something in 10 seconds, you don't say it in the
yeah.
moment. So
Okay,
they
that's
can't
a
get
good-
rid of that
that's
person
good.
in
Yeah.
10 seconds. They can't change their personality in 10 seconds. So I'm not going
Yeah.
to say it there.
Yeah, okay, great.
So just like go through the day, be really nice.
What if it wasn't personality? What if it was like
they have food on their face? They'll be like,
food?
here. I would say something.
What
but
if they were like wearing Crocs at a bar or something?
I mean,
No, keep going.
are
Sorry,
these the
sorry.
hard questions? Okay, and then later I would then talk to my friend about it. I'm critical, but in a nice way. I'll be like, I've noticed these things. And
what do
if
you
they're
want
really
for
good,
your life? Is this going to
Yeah,
help
is
you
this-
get there?
No, because if we're really good friends, I would know what their values would be, and I'd be
Yeah, okay.
like, "This is aligned with your values. You said you wanted this kind of person. I've seen these behaviors, and
Yeah.
talk them through it." But then if they choose to stay with that person, I have nothing to like that. Okay, I would maybe not spend as much time with them, and they may not be
Why?
my friends anymore. No,
Because it's like, this makes me cringe.
because they didn't do what I
Terrible.
said.
You don't value me.
I thought your values were me.
Yeah.
But I would say something, and I would hopefully articulate it well in a loving way.
Yeah. I feel
For
like
their
I wouldn't
benefit.
say anything there and then either. Like I would
No.
probably just walk out.
Is because
You'd walk
walk out.
Yeah, I'd just walk out.
That's saying something.
No, it's not. I'd just be like, oh, excuse me, guys. And then I just wouldn't come back.
Wow. Wait, how
What do you
bad is the
reckon?
situation? They're like,
I-
they're annoying, or
You
Come
don't
meet
just
my
walk
friend.
out.
Yeah, and then you send
No.
a message. Sorry, I had to go because I had stomach pains or something.
No.
you'd walk out on
Nah.
your friend. You wouldn't say anything until later.
And then you'd lie to them.
Oh my! And you wouldn't confront them about the friend. Be like, you're new. I mean,
No,
their
they'll work it
partner.
out. They'll work it out.
Oh my god!
No. I stay and I get deep.
You get
I
deep.
act like I'm the most interested person in this new,
Oh,
because I want to
my
know
God.
everything.
Yeah.
I am just like
For
let
ammo
me-
later.
Yeah, well, or to hopefully bring stuff out to highlight. And I'm
Yeah.
looking over and I'm asking these questions. I'm looking at my friend like, how interesting
Yeah.
that they just got out of jail for the third time for stealing
it out.
cars.
Breaking They
Do
broke
you know-
the rule twice.
Because they really wanted to go to the 7-Eleven for a chicken roll. Like, do you know?
rude to the waitress.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
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 No, I probably
Yep.
wouldn't walk out. It's just the first thing that came to my mind.
Yeah.
I'd probably be thinking, I just want to go because this is stupid.
I would definitely want to go and then
Yeah.
maybe cut it short, but I wouldn't walk out my friend.
No,
No.
because they asked you to come.
Yeah. 'Cause,
Yeah,
I mean, if it was like a big group, sure, then I'll be like, I have to leave. But if it's like you specifically, your friend and their partner, and you just walked out.
Okay.
What if you try and would you try and like so Liz was like self-sabotage, right?
Yeah. I'm
Would-
like, oh no.
And not get them to self-sabotage by asking these questions.
But
It's
also,
like-
like,
That's so smart.
it's already going to be a weird
I'm too fake for that.
situation. Capitalize on it because this is going to be a fucking great story later on. Like,
True.
if there are some massive red flags, either they stay together and it's a shit show, or they don't, and I can be like, what about all that stuff
Oh,
they
yeah.
said?
the other
that's
thing
true.
is like
That's true.
what amplifies someone's personality? Just feed them through alcohol. Just feed.
Oh no.
Get the worst of them.
Just the worst. Be like, if you can't see that, mate,
Yeah, that's true.
you're done for.
And if they stay together, like
It's
you
on
love
them.
them for
Yeah,
like
correct.
the worst things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not my friend anymore.
You have resilience.
You have poor judgment.
You're so brave.
But you're resilient. You like punishment.
Okay.
Correct.
Well, I have another question.
All right.
This one's a really hard hitting question, and I think we'll find out a lot about like your soul and what's most important to you.
Oh my god.
If you had shrunk overnight to the size of a small coin, what's the first thing you would do?
Small coin.
I think
And I'm in my
5 cent
I'm in my
piece.
bed.
Yeah, you just like you in your
Panicking.
bed.
I was just trying to. I can't really do anything. I can't leave the bed. I'll just go back to sleep. All right. Well,
And then you wake up later, still small.
Still small.
What are you going to do?
what am I supposed to do? What do you do? I would just like, well, it got me here. Maybe it'll get me back out.
Just
Sleeping.
cry. Just cry for a
Yeah,
bit.
yeah. And listen, I live alone. Who's gonna find me? I'll be like, This is over. This is the end of my life. I'm just gonna sleep until I'll just sleep it out until I don't
you
wake
have
up
any-
anymore.
Do you have any animals?
I don't have animals.
Oh, okay.
I've nobody.
Have
Yeah.
you ever had a mouse in the house?
No.
No.
I
No.
would just go back to sleep.
What would you do though? Like you can't leave the bed because
Would
it's
you
like
make
so hot.
Would you make
so
friends
hot.
with an
Wipe
ant?
down the blankets.
Oh yeah.
All that upper body strength. You can
Okay,
do
that's
it.
number 2 after my nap.
And after you climb down your bed sheets, have another nap. Yeah. Because you'll be
Wait.
exhausted.
Okay, my phone is next to me in bed. Oh, okay. All right.
So little Rob is jumping up and down on his phone, being like, "Oh shit!"
I'm trying to unlock it with like
with your feet.
I could unlock it.
Trying to tap it, but then like get your eyes so that it knows.
I have a pattern, so I would just have to slide across. But then how it would, how it would.
Would you be on like the worm over your phone just to keep it pressure
But
down?
then you know how it has to be like skinned. I have to be like naked and doing the worm.
That's
doing
another thing. Would
Yeah.
your clothes have done that as well? So
Oh, would
you
they
just
wanna be
completely
naked?
naked.
Oh my god.
Mini you naked, doing the worm on your phone
Just
to
try- I'm
unlock
just
it.
gonna sleep. You know
Okay.
what?
So what, you get your phone unlocked. What are you doing?
I phone unlocked, and then I'll try to call a friend.
Okay.
I'm looking at you like, is this the right answer? Or maybe Google. No, Googling would be typing too much. I'll call a friend. I'll call Alyssa to call in sick.
What would you Google? You'd be like, how do I get big again?
How to reverse it. So I woke up tiny. I'll try to call my friend and then get help so they'd come over.
She asked him to just bring
And
like a
then
little
that's it.
matchboxes.
And then take a nap while they're on their way. I can't
got
open
any-
the door.
Have you got any dolls that have clothes? Because I'm nutty.
Oh my gosh, no, I don't have. I mean, I would just cover myself with a blanket until my friend arrives, and then
You're the size of a coin.
yeah.
You need to find scissors. Oh, the scissors are way too big.
How would I?
Do you have
I
tissues
feel like that's the
next
least
to your
of
bed
my
or
problem.
anything?
They'd be like, "Look, it's you can't see anything. Like
so small.
it's fine. Just don't."
so small.
It's so small anyway, and that's before I shrunk. It's fine.
I couldn't see it if I wanted to. You're all right, Rob.
You're fine. It's look.
You look like a Ken doll. It's fine.
What would you do in that situation? There's nothing you could do. I mean, first of all, your dogs would eat you
Accurate.
straight away.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Do you think?
Yeah,
Do you
Celeste
think
would just
Cal and
eat me.
Celeste
Yeah.
would
I
know
don't
that
think
it's you,
Celeste would
or
eat you.
Nah.
They'd sniff you. Dogs are good with smells. They'd be like, oh, that's
wait a
my-
minute?
Maybe
That's
they-
my mum.
They may not eat me, but I think they would kill me.
Oh,
Accidentally.
they're not even worth
No,
eating. but-
accidentally, because anything they've tried to play with that they've been really
Yeah,
excited
sure.
about, they just hit repeatedly
Yeah.
because they're like, play, and then it inevitably dies. R.I.P.
Yeah.
lizards.
Oh.
So I just think that would be my.
Okay, if
that
you
would
didn't
make my
die,
end.
if you weren't killed though, what would you do? You do the phone thing as well.
No, well, the phone is on the bedside table. So.
Ooh la la. Just healthy sleeping habits.
I have a bedside
Well,
table.
I sleep like this.
I sleep like this.
Yeah, so that's not really an option.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
Wow.
don't
You
know.
climb down and try to climbing down, and then what? Like leave the house,
Go and get a coffee.
start the coffee
Unlock my
machine,
laptop and just start doing reporting for the next meeting.
log
Maybe
into
like
work.
I'd be hungry, like walk to the kitchen and try and find some crumbs, I guess.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
and
Ew.
try to like live
Yeah.
as normal. Where would James be?
That's
Be
not
like
a
there
long-term
asleep?
solution. I mean, yeah, I guess so. He'd probably be that. I could just try and wake him up.
Yeah. Is he shrunk? Are you shrunken down as well?
No.
Okay.
We're making this all up, and I'm like,
Would you still love me if I was the size of a 5-cent piece?
of course I would.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh.
Yeah.
So I just
Must
have
be
a
nice.
new home in a little matchbox. Be cute.
Yeah, that's cute. All right, good. Next question.
What would you do?
I'd do the phone thing.
The phone thing.
Yeah, yeah,
And then call somebody.
Yeah, yeah,
Meanwhile, you let Alyssa just sleep. Like calling someone for help.
Oh, well, that's if both of us were.
Oh, yeah.
I'd obviously try and get Lissa's attention by calling her, because if I'd go over and try and push her or something or poke her, she's
Oh,
just going
I'm
to
just
would-
gonna be
you would
like,
die,
yeah,
yeah. Like,
yeah,
ugh.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then
Or
she'd
like, oh
feel
my God, it's a
terrible.
Is this
Spider.
forever?
It's a
Do we have to
spider.
live our lives?
who knows?
Oh my god! This is a
knows?
nightmare question.
actually
I'm
knows?
stressed. Okay.
You don't
Yeah,
even
you
know
get-
how you've shrunken. You don't know how long
Yeah.
you're going to be shrunken
Once
for.
once
I'll
you get
just sleep
Lissa's
to die.
attention, she'd Google it and figure it all out. So I'd be fine in the end. She'd be like, "Oh,
Yeah.
you just need the DZ death rays to."
This is so
me
bad.
back
But
up.
when things get too difficult, like if it's a post-apocalyptic thing,
Like
if there's
everyone
zombies, I
goes
would
small.
die. I would no. Like I, when it gets too difficult, I would just rather die.
What if
Like if
the
there were
whole
zombies, I'd be
world-
like, I'm not gonna fight zombies.
this
I'm
is-
just gonna.
I very
over.
much got that from the I'm just going to go
I'm
back
gonna
to sleep.
This isn't the life I envisioned. I don't want it.
Like, I've got no frame of reference for this, so I'm going back to bed.
Sleep. Yeah.
Although the frame reference was sleep got me here. Sleep can get me back out. Maybe.
I'm in the wrong simulation. Get me out of here.
Yeah.
All right, next question.
Next question.
Oh.
If you were to travel back in time,
Oh my god.
you were given, say, 1 minute, and it was just going to happen. Like, you're not prepared. You had 1 minute. You're just in the room, right? Like, say
Okay.
you're in. I'm telling you now. You got 1 minute, and you're in your house, in your apartment
God.
at the moment.
Okay.
You have to go grab something, and you know where you're going to be time traveling to.
Oh my god.
What will you bring? The year. Let's go, 1850.
Oh my god. And I
Talk,
have 1
talk
minute.
me through.
You're like,
talk me through your,
Okay,
what you
well-
processed.
well,
That's the one
Initially-
year I didn't want to go
Not
back
that
to.
year.
That's the worst.
If it was any other year, I would
That's
know.
the worst.
Oh, well, I can't bring any technology because then who cares? Is electricity? When was electricity? can I plug things in? When's
hold up.
solar
so,
power?
So you got a minute,
You have
right?
1 minute.
This
Yeah.
is you're thinking through. Have you got time to Google?
Oh, okay.
Are you gonna
cool. Probably listen to a song for 30 seconds. No, I'll Google it. True.
Are you like Googling? Is there
In
electricity in
1850
the
in Australia?
1850s?
Because then, like,
Yeah, same place.
there's nothing.
What do you mean there's nothing?
Is there? Wait, is there anything? When was Australia like?
Yeah, so
created by God.
So far, you're Googling in the minute.
Okay,
If there's
1850
electricity,
Australia.
and
Yeah.
was Australia even Australia?
Oh.
Yeah. Which it
What would
was,
I-
1770.
What I can
Okay.
tell you is the Federation of Australia.
Okay.
So like the states and stuff kind of started to be a thing in 1901, I think, or 1900. So if you're
Those people
talking,
over here.
yeah, there was people here. There were European settlement here at that time.
Okay, I'm thinking,
So you've rung lists, got that information. Now what do you
and
do?
we're catching up still. No, and then I would probably get some kind of weapon. So I'd get knives,
Just like kitchen butter
just
knives.
kitchen knives. Yeah, just my machete in my office.
Just
And-
one between each finger or something.
Yeah.
Why? Why knives?
Well, I don't know like what danger I'll be in when I travel back in time because like people don't know
Okay.
me.
So
I'm
would
gonna
you
dress
be
like
able
this.
would you be able to
No.
protect yourself with butter knives?
Well, no, I'm thinking like kitchen,
Oh, yeah.
like cutting
Okay.
knives.
Like a cleaver.
Yeah, I don't have a cleaver. Do I have a cleaver? My fillet knives.
You go back and like they're like, oh, he's a butcher. Well dressed butcher.
I'll be dressed not like this. It'll be like I don't know how they dressed back then, but
No, you
I'll
got
try to-
1 minute.
You just go
dress,
as
you
you
dress
are.
like
oh
this.
my god. And then I would bring like this sound lame, but like camping stuff. I don't have
Camping
camping stuff.
Okay.
Don't have camping stuff.
You've got a lot to
I'm
prepare.
imagining that I have to survive in this
Yeah.
place, and it's so long way back that
I
there's no like
just-
comforts.
There's-
Toilet paper. I don't know.
I would just be thinking of it so differently in
Okay.
that I don't know how long I'm going to be there for. First of all, let's say I'm going there forever. But
Forever.
I
Oh.
can get knives
guilt.
there. I can get cooking stuff there. Like
Oh, can
those
you,
things
though?
exist.
They-
But they exist,
They exist. Okay.
in that time. What can I take with me that is beneficial that doesn't exist then?
But then also, you don't want to be like killed for being a witch. Because if you bring like your phone, they'll be like, "What? What is this?"
Who is
Imagine
this?
you bring Doritos and one of them tastes a Dorito, they'll kill you.
They'll be like, this is black magic.
This
Oh,
is like-
no.
Magic.
They would all like just die
Yeah.
from one Dorito because
Yeah.
it's too crazy.
Yeah.
Like you don't.
Too much of it.
It's too much.
Yeah.
It's too much flavor. They will
Yeah.
explode. Like
Okay.
you can't scare them.
What if I got original CCs?
Okay.
Is that like...
Yeah, that'd be all right.
That'd
It's
be
just
fine.
flattened corn. But you flattened corn.
Yeah.
That's original.
It's cool that you put it in a triangle shape.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what
I
I
like
do? I'd
triangles.
Google like what was invented at
Okay.
that time,
Yeah.
and I try to invent it so that it's kind of like
So
in
first-
time, in line with the time,
Okay.
and then be like super rich.
Okay, cool.
Okay. Okay. That's pretty good.
That's a good idea.
Yeah,
So that's
Good.
what you'd Google, right?
that's
then.
what I'd Google, and then how to make the thing. I'm guessing it's not like something that I have.
So it's like an
Like a
intricate,
plow, I don't know.
a radio transmitter or something. And you're
Yeah,
like, yeah, now
And then
1 minute
I'd save it on
to
my phone,
learn.
and then I would like.
I was going to say, you've got now 20
Yeah.
seconds to work out if your printer still works.
I would save it on my phone, and I'd bring my phone, and also like a notebook to like write.
So then before your
Thanks.
phone runs out of charge,
I'm, like,
you then
writing.
need to write it down. Okay,
Yeah.
that's not a bad
I
plan.
think that's it. I
Yeah,
think that's
okay, good.
where I'm going. And still knives, just in case.
Yeah. I feel
'Cause I don't know.
better about that. I think you underestimate how short a minute is, but otherwise...
That was a lot for 1 minute. Like
Otherwise-
you listen to a song for half a minute, caught up with lists for like another minute.
I'm like Googling things.
Yeah, Google things.
I'm learning how to build a radio.
You're like... You're a chat GPT. If I was accidentally sent back in time, what should I take with me?
No keywords, like full sentences, a phrase.
God,
What would you
so
guys
good.
bring?
Oh, I'd probably grab a bag from the room and just go grab a bunch of tools and bits and pieces.
Tools, okay.
Yeah, tools.
Yeah.
Yeah,
To what
tools.
end?
Tools and any books that we've got that would be
Oh,
relevant
yeah.
for like learning stuff.
I don't
I
have
really
physical
want
books.
that book. I really want that. It's
Yeah.
$300, but there's a book like End of the World.
This is everything you need
This
to
is
know to
everything you
rebuild
need
the
to know to
world.
Rebuild the world.
Yeah. Here's like
That's
the
pretty
basis
good.
of like
That's pretty good.
electricity and light and all that stuff. Here's
Yeah.
how you do
Oh,
shit.
that's so smart.
Yeah.
I should probably, like, just to learn basic things, I should probably get, like, how does
Well-
light work?
I was going to say,
work?
like, I don't think our library would help us very much because we've
Our
got...
library, no.
Oh, no.
Or mine.
My library, our library.
Oh, okay, great.
So,
Like the Brisbane Library.
no, that would be fine, but you couldn't get there in a minute. But ours has legal terms and definitions
Yeah.
as given to us by Nick. Maybe
Okay.
not relevant. And then you have a Where's Wally book.
Yeah.
And then there's the Barney Stinson book.
I don't have any physical books that would be helpful.
Yeah.
I've got like self-help books or like
Yeah. I've got like, here's about mindfulness. And they're going to be like, no.
the 5 a.m. club. I don't know if I need this here.
They're like, we get up at 4.
The sun rises at 3 a.m. You're 2 hours late.
But if you
The
had
5 a.m. club is
stories,
sleeping in.
if you had storybooks,
Oh, yeah, true.
yeah.
you could literally
Yeah.
bring a bunch of storybooks along
Yeah.
and
but then
write
you don't want to be a
them
witch
Yeah.
either.
and write
Oh,
them
Yeah.
out
That's smart.
Yeah.
and then sell
And
them.
then sell them.
That's a good
become
idea.
a famous writer.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
I like
so
that.
smart.
I
But then
could
you
do
can't be
that.
too crazy either. Because it'd be
Again,
like,
all I've got.
Yeah, it can't be like
Witch.
50 Shades of Grey.
So I
So I
Comes with a
can't use
Dorito.
any of Liz's books.
was going to say, all the stuff that I have is like thrillers and rom-coms set
Yeah.
in today. Like, there's no
Yeah,
way any
that's
of those
true.
are relevant. I don't have like A.B. Patterson's collection of stories,
Yeah.
like
And I've
about
got,
the
like,
Australian outback.
Yeah, I got
oh,
like
yeah,
sci-fi
that's
books.
true.
So like,
Damn.
what the hell are they talking about? You can't get to space.
Once again, downloading a book on my phone and I post it.
Okay,
Just
I have a
write
lot
everything
of
down.
books.
Yeah.
But yeah, I probably need like some type of Australian literature or poetry. Poetry maybe.
Yeah.
That might be good.
Oh, that's good.
How much were
Yeah.
writers paid in 1850? Another thing to Google. Anyway,
That's true.
that was a fun
Highest
question.
paying career in 1850.
Highest paying career.
There we go.
Oh,
The mayor.
That's actually a really good question.
Yeah.
We should ask that right now. What do you think is the easiest job in the world balanced by the highest pay?
The easiest job in the world.
Balanced by the highest pay.
Highest pay.
Highest
Easiest.
paid, easiest job.
Okay, highest pay is obviously, like, objectively, you know what it is. But the
What is it?
easiest would be, no, like, you know, it would be a figure. Like,
Okay.
you know, you can measure that.
Okay,
But then
yeah.
easiest to who? Like, if someone's
To
like
you.
specialized
To you.
to me.
Easiest to
Yeah.
you.
Oh my God.
So if you
Okay.
were looking at a job right now, you could take anyone's job. What is the highest paying but the easiest for you to do?
Oh, and I get paid really well for it.
Yeah.
I
The
would
most
probably
you could get paid.
The most I could get paid.
You're just thinking of your dream
I'm
job.
thinking- no. I would be a chair for a charity, a really well-known charity.
So people would sit on you.
Yeah, I'd be this chair right here. No, I'd sit on the board or whatever, and
So
obviously
like a
get paid
wooden
really
board,
well.
or-
And then it's charity. Like I would just need to be my kind, empathetic self. No, and then
No.
no, it's not that.
No,
I would
stop
make
it.
decisions.
I
I would make decisions, obviously, but then like, what do they do really?
Is it because you don't
surely-
know
Yeah,
what
I
they
think
do?
it's just
or-
you don't know.
Okay, I mean they help people, but let's take for example, right? If I was
The
like,
most highly regulated businesses are
Yeah,
I
charities.
mean,
charities.
yeah, but you don't
That
have to
are
like,
reliant
you don't have to
on-
make anything.
that are reliant on other
You don't have to make anything.
I just
in
you
order
don't have to
to
sell it. Well, you kind of.
Sitting
in
on my
order to
board.
get money, you don't just sit there. You have to canvass government bodies at
Oh, I
state.
don't. I'm in the chair.
yeah, I'm a chair.
My
I sit
staff
there
would do that.
behind a desk.
I'd be like,
People
But it
sell
all
me.
comes to you. That's not what I thought you were going to say. I thought you were going to say that you are like a super famous MC for events and you just get people
Oh.
pay you a ridiculous amount of money.
I didn't
you
think
rock
about
up-
my skills.
Terrible.
The least amount of work though.
Is that really a
Oh,
lot of
yeah,
work
okay.
for you? Like you rock up and they're like, here's the things you need to go through. And you're like, great. And you're like, hi guys, I'm here. Like,
Oh yeah,
is
that
it
would
actually
be
that much work?
actually. Yeah, that would actually be fun. Like I'm excited.
But like for
that.
like rich and famous people, like you come for like this amount of time, you do nothing else. You're like, I arrive,
That's
I say this amount of
true,
stuff,
yeah.
I go. That's what I thought you were gonna say.
Oh, that's so good.
But sure, you be a chair
Oh,
for a charity.
So good. Okay, so
would
where
sleep so
I
late, mate.
actually got this question was
Okay.
this was actually on TikTok. He's a comedian called Simon Brodkin.
Okay.
So shout out to Simon Brodkin if you're watching. I'm sure he is. I like how we laugh like nobody watches this. So he's a comedian. Anyway, he says the Jack guy.
The Jack guy.
Jack guy.
Who?
What's that?
Who is the Jack guy?
The Jack guy. I don't know if his name's Jack or anything, but he's the Jack guy.
The
so
Jack guy.
Formula One racing.
Oh.
The Jack guy. So you
They
know how
jack
the
up the
race
car.
Yeah, the race comes in.
I know cars.
Yeah.
Jack.
Jack. Yeah, they race in. It comes in, and the guy at the front, he pops the jack down, and it pops the car up so they can put the tires off, right?
But do they get paid well?
Bear with us. So
Okay.
3 seconds is the amount of time they do this stuff, right? Yeah. 3 seconds per pit stop. They average about 3 pit stops per race. 24 races a year. How many seconds is that?
It's 24 times 3 times 3.
Yeah, I don't know.
24 times 9.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like probably it's just over 3 minutes, like 4 minutes maybe, whatever. Anyway, so yeah, they work 3.5 minutes in a year.
And how much they get? That's not their only job, surely.
Don't call me Shirley. And they make 200,000 American.
No, they don't.
American.
200.
Yeah.
For that job.
What skills do you have to like? How do you get to be the best at the job?
I'd say you'd have to
Like-
have like
You can't have any
Just
accidents.
really
number
big
one.
biceps.
Yeah. Here's my 3 seconds.
yeah. Every other second of his day is like working out his biceps.
Yeah.
They're like one move though, like is you have to
He
perform.
does like this
you have to perform really well under pressure.
and like this and run away.
But then, like, you can't perform if the car's not there. So, like, like, the car's there, I've got a jack. That's it. And then
Yeah, but
out.
if you can't deal with pressure and you're like, all I have to do is just perform right now, like that is.
Could you imagine like
Okay.
I feel
yeah, like they
that'd
run
be
the jack
fine.
into the like thing and it's like breaks the front.
you say that, but I can't play golf. And the reason I can't play golf is not for the rest of the
pressure.
game, but it is for teeing off while everyone's lined up and waiting to tee off as well.
Oh,
I
yep.
can't do that. So I just don't know how I'm going to go with only having 3 seconds to do my best work 3 times in one shift. I can't just perform my best work in 9 seconds.
I mean,
I don't
it's
see
a
that
bit
working.
different because everyone's watching you at golf.
Everyone is watching
Everyone's
you.
like focusing on their own thing. They'll be like, I need to do my thing.
Yeah.
But
And they're
there's-
like,
The
okay,
whole
well, I'm
world
gonna
isn't
everyone
watching
look over there.
yeah.
The whole
So
world
there's
isn't
not
watching
like a
Formula One.
crowd.
They're not. They're not
There
yeah.
isn't
I mean, they're
a
not doing the
TV.
jack guy. They'd be like, oh what?
They
Whoa, wait,
do.
hang on.
So there's not like a whole bunch of
What did the
television
jack guy just do? He stuffed it all up.
television studios. If you do the wrong thing, you will never hear the end of it. Like that
But
will
I
be
mean,
scandalous.
how hard is it to like mess up a jack thing?
I could do it. I could mess it up. Give me
It's
a
like
jack
a
and we'll
reverse. It
find
goes
out.
into the ground. I'm like, oh wait, it's a reverse jack.
This is the wrong thing. I brought the wrong
It's the
tool.
opposite of that.
Yeah, he comes out
I
with a
just
drill.
walk over, yeah, and they're like, "Where's the jack?" I'm like, "Oh fuck! I knew I needed to bring something out." I just,
Yeah.
yeah.
I have a screwdriver.
This will help. No, that's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one.
Okay.
What would you guys do? I need to know now.
You're doing the jack guy.
Well, that's so smart. But
Yeah.
you didn't come up with that. What else would you do that's not that?
What would I do?
With the biggest
see-
amount of pay for nothing.
For the least amount of work,
Yeah.
yeah.
Invest other people's money.
politician, I'd say.
Oh,
Sorry.
drama.
Politician.
I feel like they do a lot of work, but not the work that we need. It's like
It's just
deflection.
talking all day, man. Like I
you
don't
want to
know.
talk all day?
No, but no. But yeah. Like it would depend on who it is. And it wouldn't be me. I wouldn't be a politician. Ew. Yuck.
Okay, it was specifically for you.
Yeah,
and like
I
everything
know.
you do would be like documented and like the drama
What would I do?
and judged all the time.
See, the thing is I want an interesting job with like chaos and problems and stuff like that. That's what excites me. So I don't know.
That's easy for you?
I like that. Yeah, that's how I work.
Oh
Yeah.
my God.
Yeah, so that would make it hard to think. What would it be? Just better paid in what the job I do.
Well, I saw.
Yeah, fair.
I saw a TikTok of
Okay.
a woman who works in a factory.
Yeah.
I was going to say conveyor belt. She
Oh,
doesn't work in a
Jesus.
conveyor belt. She works in a factory
Oh
on a conveyor
no.
belt.
From
and,
Sheen.
and her whole thing is that when things come out the wrong way,
Oh, she like
She turns them
Oh, yeah.
around.
no, so she's worked it that if she places her hand at a particular angle,
Yes,
it
I
automatically
think I've seen
gets
that
them
one.
in the right way.
That would
so
be
she's
hell,
laid
though.
down,
Yeah.
Yeah.
she's napping, and she's just got her hand
Is
there.
that the max pay though? That is not
It
max
wouldn't
pay.
be max pay.
That would
No,
be
but it's
actually
the
minimum
least-
pay.
Yeah,
It's
very
the
minimum.
least amount of effort, though. It's all on a
One-
scale. How
1
much?
yen.
How much effort is that, though?
But like you would die because you're not like stimulated mentally. So it's
I-
much harder for you to do that than to have to like think about something.
I don't think she'd be stimulated by the Jack guy. Wow, that didn't sound right. Maybe she would be. Would you be stimulated by?
Well, I
a
mean,
guy
at
with
least
big
that one has
biceps?
pressure and like
No,
whatever.
if
Yeah.
someone said right now you can go and do something, I would be a well-paid life coach where I would go
Oh, there you go.
and
Yeah.
do mass events for big companies on scale and talk them through.
That's amazing.
Yeah, and I would just waltz in. You'd have me for like an hour and a half, and
Yeah,
that's
amazing.
it. See you later. Off I go.
You know, I thought, that
Yeah,
suits you.
that sounds pretty good.
You know the whole MC thing? Now I'm thinking like if I was Oprah, oh, how like
yeah,
super wealthy,
Yeah.
super rich,
yeah,
and it's my show. I could just talk about anything.
yeah.
Yeah,
That would be fun.
yeah. So would you be Oprah? Or
I would be
Or
Oprah.
would you be who's the other one?
Ellen.
Oh
Ellen.
no, that's so
So you'd be
problematic. I'd be Oprah. I'd be Oprah.
What's problematic about Ellen?
Okay, let's
Let's
move
not
on.
go.
Next
Let's go.
question.
What happened?
She's
I-
cancelled.
Who cancelled her?
Okay, no.
The public.
Let's move on.
You're like, I don't want to talk about
No,
that.
this is gonna be this.
Have we asked enough questions?
All right, we can do another one. if you
Okay, great.
want. I don't mind.
What was something
Do you
that
guys mind that's watching? I don't know. Do you
Do they
want
say
another?
things?
Yeah, they're saying things now.
What is this?
They're saying, "Wow,
Celeste-
what a
live?
nice suit."
Celeste does not mind. Okay. What was
They're
something?
saying, "James, please fix your hoodie. One of the strings is not as long as each
No,
other."
this is not.
They're not.
Is
No,
this-
this
okay.
isn't live.
All right.
It's live when you're watching it though, because you're alive. Anyway, moving forward.
What was something that blew your mind that you found out when you were a kid?
It blew my mind.
Yeah.
Oh, this is on the spot. You've thought about this, so you have to answer first. 'cause
I've not
it's be
thought
dead
about it.
air.
I have not thought about it either. So
Okay.
it's
Well,
you're
Who
on the
thinks?
spot.
Okay, who thinks first? Whoever.
Who thinks
so,
first?
so we're thinking about like when we were a child, we just
Okay.
couldn't fathom it. It just didn't make sense at all.
Yeah, something like that.
I think flight.
Flight.
Yeah, so I didn't fly in a plane until I was 19.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, and that I got flown down to Brisbane when I worked for Sanity.
Yeah. Okay.
And that was my first flight, and it was in a propeller plane. And I still, like as a child, I just couldn't fathom
How it works.
how it worked.
19 is not a child.
No.
Oh,
But
when
as
you were
a
a kid.
child,
Oh,
I
yeah,
couldn't.
yeah.
And I was just like, it was just so far removed from my reality
Oh my god.
that I was just mystified with planes. Like it just seemed crazy to me. And then now I think about the amount of times that I've flown, and
It's like nothing
It's like
to you.
nothing.
You're like, who
but at
cares?
the
This
time,
old thing.
just couldn't grasp it.
I think when I was a kid, and I'm probably just thinking this now. Like when I was a kid, I thought the world was so much smaller. Like,
Smaller.
Yeah, like everything was bigger than me because I was small. But it was small because I only knew a few
You only
places.
knew- okay,
And I
yep.
didn't know that there were other places. Like I
And
knew,
it blew your mind.
you knew there was work.
Yeah.
But like you didn't know that all other people in your street worked, or you didn't know.
Yeah.
You don't know that there was schools in several different places or something
Yeah.
like that. Like it was like you were home, and I'm talking when I was like I don't
Yeah.
know, 3 or something. Like you'd go from your home, you get into a car, you go to a shop, and then you come home.
And nothing else
and there's
exists
nothing
outside
else
of that.
because
Yeah,
you don't
that's
know
true.
the whole like there's
Yeah.
a whole world out there,
Yeah.
and you're only going 100 meters down the road. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think on that vein for me, it's like what my parents did for their work. They'd go to work and they'd come back and they're exhausted. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, what do you do there? You're so tired.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't understand until obviously you work yourself, but
Yeah.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
Like, where'd the mom go? Okay.
Are you tired?
Am I tired now?
Yeah.
I'm always tired. I get it. And I don't even have kids.
Adult life. This is the worst. I'm so social.
I wake up exhausted. Yeah.
Such a good
I want
time.
to sleep all the time. Anyway,
Okay, one last question. One last question. I've
All right.
been called. I've been called.
you've been okay.
Yeah, I've been called. What do you think they called me about? No. I've been called by the police station.
Okay.
I've got to go and pick you up from the police station. You have been arrested. What have you been arrested for?
Oh my god. It would be a misunderstanding.
I'm so innocent.
Allegedly.
It would be-
Allegedly.
You know what?
something
You
happened.
know what it would be? It'd be something really dumb, like petty theft. Like it would be like a time. Like I just need.
Would it be a set of feathers?
Stealing
It
a
would be
centerpiece
some-
from a wedding or something.
It would be that. I'm like I thought these were mine. I'm the exact same ones. What do you mean?
It's like a
It's
like
the
some
brides. I'm
really
like, okay.
posh, really posh sort of wedding, and it's like a $30,000 centerpiece in each.
Yeah.
And you're like running out. Whee! Yeah.
It
That'd
would
great.
It's like draped it around. It's like made of pearls and diamonds, and you're like, "Oh, this is beautiful," and you're like walking out with it, and you're
Trying
like,
to leave
"What
with
do you
it.
mean? This is mine."
A misunderstanding,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, exactly. It just it suits my clothes.
Oh my god,
It
that's
suits me
great.
better. It would be something like that, or it would be so dumb that I just want to feel alive. Oh, this is so sad, and I just
want to feel
I just want to I just take chapstick on as I'm leaving the checkout. They'd be like, "You stole that. You have to go to jail." I don't know. I don't know. Jail.
Tic Tacs.
It's lip balm, first of all, just to feel alive.
Just to feel alive.
Just to know that
What
you
would
can.
you? Okay, what would you guys go to jail for?
Mine would be inevitably because I'd probably had a couple too many to drink, and I probably
yeah.
started a fight with someone.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Because
kick someone's in the shin or something because
no,
they're
do
standing
you,
on a.
do you remember
Have you
when we were in
danced
the
square?
valley? We were in the valley
She's done
lining
this
up for a
before.
cab.
Oh my god.
We'll talk about that later. We're in the valley lining up for a cab, and these guys came in and tried to push in. And
I hate
they
that.
were like a big group of guys. They were drunk. They were trouble. And of course, in my thoughts was they shouldn't push in. And
Yeah,
so
no, shut up.
someone, I don't know if it was me, someone started a chant around back of the line, but I was closest to them and I thought it was my responsibility to chant that very loud.
Oh my god.
So I think
It
something
was her
like
starting
that.
it.
You're the only
And she
one
got
yelling it.
everyone else to sing it.
Did everyone else say it?
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I just feel like I was
Yeah, that's
lucky.
like real life cancel culture right there.
I
was
love that. That's
lucky
amazing.
in those circumstances, and I just don't think that it's always going to pan out that way.
Yeah.
So I feel like I've been like, I'm going to get the backing of everyone. I'm like, back of the line. Everyone's silent, and these guys are just like, "What'd you say?"
They punch you in the face and you punch them back. And, yeah.
Yeah,
Everyone's
we all
got
just get
bloody
arrested.
noses
okay, you
and
get
they're
arrested.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, and,
Yeah.
and
I'm scared that I would
quite
be there in a
aggressive.
bunch of guys
It
just
would
wasted,
be-
like, nah.
it would just be because someone wasn't following the rules, and
Yeah.
I tried to step in. That's what
like
it would be from.
vigilante.
Just you need to follow the rules. That's what happens.
Yeah.
You follow the rules. That's what you need
I
to
agree.
do. Yeah.
And I'm
So-
the exact opposite. I
You're
will
the
try and
bunch of
break
guys.
as many rules as possible. Like I'll get arrested for standing in front of a no standing sign, even though it's like not about standing at all.
It's not
It's about car
It's about
parks
the
and
rules.
stuff. Yeah,
You
it's
have
about
to go
rules.
to
Just any
jail for
rules.
that.
Yeah.
The
So-
police
oh,
walk past
you're
and
an anarchist.
you're like, so I'm standing here. Do you want to arrest
Yeah.
me? And that's
Ooh.
how it spirals to
Yeah.
them arresting you.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
they're
yeah.
like, that's not what
You
it's
just
about.
egg them
Oh,
on.
really?
Exactly.
So what does it mean then?
Yeah,
exactly.
I'd be the person at the front of the line that
Yeah.
bunched in and she'd be yelling at me, back of the line.
Yeah.
This is great. Okay,
Oh,
we're going to
God.
move on to the next
Let's
segment.
go.
This has been so much fun already. We've had like a lot of questions, and I feel like we've got to know Rob Montesclaros very well.
How did you learn how to say my name so well? Did you?
Say my name,
Right.
from that song. So yeah, we'll go through to the next section, and the next
Missed the
section
verse.
will probably be game time. We'll see how we go. What do you
Yeah.
reckon?
Game
or
time.
or
We'll see.
maybe another one, or
Yeah.
maybe we'll get into witches, and it's going to be exciting. Just
You'll know.
wait.
If you wait, you'll find out what
After
it is.
this little
Okay.
song, you're going to actually find out what the next segment is. Boom.
Oh my god. Okay. What song?
I actually don't know what this song is, but
Yeah.
it works.
I
It
like
works.
it.
Yeah, it
I
works.
like it. It's good.
I think we've used it before. I think this is like end music.
Oh, you've used the end music.
It's over. Bye guys.
Thanks
Yeah,
for coming.
surprise. I think we were talking about
I got my phone to leave.
just before we finished that last segment was like, you'll never know what this next song's going to It's
the
the end. No, it's not the end.
It will tell us what's gonna happen.
We've got game
Fine.
time. We've got game time, so that'll be
Okay,
fun.
great.
Time.
You ready for the sing along? You sing along if you know the words, Rob.
Okay.
Let's go. It's game time, game time. Gotta get a little game time in you, in your face, in the face. Oh, yeah, it's game time.
Game time sounds sexy. Oh, maracas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is very sexy. And
That's-
we brought a new game this time, and I think we needed a new game. We needed a new game.
We're mixing it up.
There was just some high emotions with Articulate, wasn't there?
There was either people who had no idea how to play it or people who cared way too much about it.
Or people that cared way too little
Did you
about it.
guys care too much about it?
We cared too much
Yeah.
about it. Yeah.
I cared too much about it.
Yeah.
I played it before.
Yeah, it's good. It's a high energy. You
Yeah.
use, you generally
It's-
lose some of those friendships you have with playing that
yeah.
game.
It's
so-
frustrating when your brain doesn't work the way you want it to work.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
like, I don't know what it is.
Well,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
great because that's what the game's about this time. It's actual
Yes.
incoherent
Perfect.
words that come out on a card, and I'm going to send it to you, and I'll put it up on the screen as well, so the
Okay.
people at home can play along.
And they can
They'll be
see how
like, "Boom,
terrible we
oh,
are."
What's this game? I'm going to play along too. I bet I can beat them.
I bet
and
you
then
can.
you'll get a comment. Yeah. I beat you.
I've already given
yeah.
up. I'm going back to sleep.
Rob just
It's
gets
too
up.
hard.
He's like,
No.
So I've
so
collected
resilient.
eight.
oh,
eight
we need
Oh.
eight.
eight
Whoa,
cards,
whoa, whoa. Okay,
and it's
whoa.
going to be the best of eight. Whoever gets
Best of
the
eight, so
the
five.
most out of eight.
Do you actually think that we're going to get?
Yeah, well, I
Yeah.
hope so.
Well, it's
Bloody
best.
hope
So if
so.
I get 2 and you get 1, I win. Like,
If we just both
it
go
was both 0
pass.
and 1.
So just a little bit of an explanation before we jump
Okay.
right in.
Okay,
So
great.
it's a normal saying or a normal sentence that you'd hear.
Okay.
Generalized saying, generalized sentence you'd generally hear from a general. No, just generally you'd hear.
Wow.
And the words that you'll get are gibberish. So
Okay.
you potentially will have to sound it out or
Mm-hmm.
like run it together fast or forget where the pauses are, all that kind of stuff to try and get what this name is.
Okay.
So that's as much as the information I'm going to give you.
Okay.
I'm going to send them through to your
Alyssa,
phones.
I feel like you'll do well with this.
I feel like you will too.
But it's auditory. If it was visual,
It
I
is
guess it's
visual.
visual as well. But it's not visual in the same way. Like word scramble. Like let's just see how we
Okay,
go.
let's go.
Okay, great.
It's going to come out. You guys
Worried.
have it's first to get it wins, and you guys can sound it out. You can think what you'll say, what you're thinking,
And we'll
that
just
kind of
say
stuff.
it when
Yeah.
we
when
think
it
we've
comes
got
to
it.
it. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Cool.
All right, ready?
Ooh.
Eh,
Okay.
What app should I be looking at?
Okay, this is a messenger.
Okay, great.
Yeah.
Messenger.
Messenger.
I'm in the wrong app.
Send
I've
it now.
sent you hi already to you both.
Oh.
I've done a group chat.
That's
And
us.
so I'm sending it to you at
Block,
the
block,
same
block.
time.
No.
Yeah,
Who is this?
this damn guy. All right, ready?
Oh.
And
Okay.
1,
Oh my God.
Yeah.
it's happening. Ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Okay, go.
Now this one's a fun one. Let me know when it comes through. You got it?
Ashtray
No?
taste to
Oh, here.
den. Ashtray to
Ashtray
taste to
who
den.
didn't? Who didn't?
Ashtray.
Ace tray.
Ace. 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 Ace tray.
Ace tray taste who didn't?
Ace tray taste to den.
Wait.
I love
Ace
that you guys
tray.
keep saying it
What?
because I know what it is. And you keep
tray.
saying it.
Who
Ta-
didn't?
Trace to.
What?
Taste to.
I don't think
understand.
we're going to get to the 8. This is
No.
going to be so good.
Ace tray.
I wonder
Ace
how
tray
people at home are
taste
doing.
Who didn't? Ace tray who?
As
Ace tray taste who didn't?
Have you listened to
As
each other saying it?
tray-
Wait, say it to me.
Ace tray taste to dent. Ace tray taste to dent.
It takes 2 to dance.
No.
What? Oh no. Okay.
Definitely not.
Ace tray.
This is so much better for me because I know what it is.
This isn't fair.
No, it's not.
Ace tray
Tray.
taste who dent?
You say it to
Ace-
say it to
Ace-
Liz.
Ace tray taste who dent? Don't read it. Just listen to me.
No. I don't
Ace tray taste who dent?
know. No, I got nothing.
Ace tray taste who dent? I'm trying to say it really fast. Ace tray taste. Ace tray taste who dent? Ace tray taste who dent? Ace.
I'm going to give you guys a hint.
Okay.
This is someone that's in school.
A straight A student.
A straight A
Oh.
student. Boom.
Point Robbie.
Rob. Boom.
Wow. Yeah, we're not going to get to
Ace.
8.
Well, maybe that you've got
straight
that
A student.
feeling now.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
you feeling it?
Okay, maybe. I get it now from like.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. All right.
Second
okay.
one's coming through right now. Ready?
Okay.
Ready?
Ready.
Should be coming through right now.
Batteries
Batteries not included.
Batteries not included.
Boom. Rob gets second point.
Let's go.
Batteries
Yeah,
not
so-
included.
I feel like I've done the wrong thing by saying it out loud. It's hurting me.
Yes,
He's hearing me.
Because
say it
I'm
out
hearing, I'm
loud.
like just listening to you.
Yeah.
I love that you're working
All
out
right.
the strategies. of
Yeah,
how to
I'm
do
here
it.
to win.
Yeah.
You're competitive. I'm like,
And Liz is
go to
getting
sleep
very
now. I'm very
upset.
competitive.
And I'm like,
Okay, this one's a little bit harder. It's coming
All
through.
right.
Ready? Now.
Secret. Canoe key pass egret.
What do you reckon, Liz?
Canoe key pass.
I don't
I
know.
like how you're not saying it
Canoe
loud.
key, canoe key pass egret. Canoe key pass egret.
I love that you.
I'm whispering
This is so good because I know it, and you guys just keep saying it, and I can understand what you're saying.
Canoe key pass egret. Can you say it to me?
Nope.
Nope.
No.
No. You guys can say it to each other. That's fine. What's going through your mind, Liz? Canoes.
No, I thought can you, but I can't think of
Egret?
secret, but
Okay. Can you what?
keep a secret.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Good job.
Good job, Liz.
That's so good.
Yes.
So 2-1. I'm like, just to be
I
clear.
just need you to know.
Okay, so 2-1 is it? Okay, let's go. Oh no, I'm nervous now. Okay, let's
Okay.
go.
Next one's coming through right now, and you can see it on the screen if you're playing at home.
Don't do drugs.
Yes.
Oh,
Liz. That was quick.
Okay, all right.
Yes,
It's
good job,
on.
Liz.
Sorry,
It's
what's the score
on.
now?
It's
That's 2
2-2.
all. 2 all.
The first to 5 wins.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
guess
it's best
so.
of 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let's do this. Oh my god. Ooh, this next one's coming through.
I'm scared.
I'd be very disappointed if you don't get
I
this
just
one,
want to
Liz.
say I don't have Wi-Fi, so it's like takes longer for me to get it.
I'm on 5G. Calm down. I'm not on Wi-Fi.
All right, okay.
Delete Elmer Maid. Delete Elmer
Delete Elmer
Maid.
Maid.
Try say it with an accent.
Delete a Little Mermaid. The Little Mermaid.
Yes,
Oh.
it is. Delete
And
the
that's your-
mermaid.
Favorite Disney princess as well.
Do you feel good about that?
Yes.
Should.
That was my accent.
Okay, here's
All right.
here's the next one coming through now.
We're on fire.
You guys are on fire. So it's
Slow
3-2.
start. It was a slow start.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
Yeah,
3-2.
3-2.
All right, that's coming through, and it's up on your screen.
East owner. Ew. East owner. Oh. East. East owner hole.
You're just saying it to
I
be
mean,
like, yeah, I got it.
This one does ease own a hole.
He's in a hole. He owns a hole.
He owns a hole. That's not.
Not he owns a
I mean,
hole, mate.
good
So
try.
does
everyone.
Everyone owns a hole. It's
He's
their
on
own
a
hole.
roll.
He's on a roll. Good job.
This is neck and neck. 3 all.
That's
3 all.
hard.
The colors
These are
turn to blue.
hard.
It's fun though, right?
Yeah.
It is fun.
It hurts
Delete
my
El
brain.
Mermaid was not easy
No.
for Little Mermaid. Like,
No.
Yeah.
but I got it.
Humble. So salt of the earth.
All right, next one's coming
kind.
through in 3, 2, 1. Boom. Sent.
I'm olive machine.
See, like mine's not loading yet. Okay, here. I'm olive. I am olive.
Stop
Olive
staring at me while you say it. It's awkward.
I'm olive machine.
I'm
This is quite entertaining to watch.
olive machine. Olive machine. I'm a
Like
machine.
staring at you.
Say it out loud.
I'm all of machine.
I'm olive machine. That makes no sense. I'm olive machine. I'm olive machine.
So it's obviously machine.
It's
but
machine.
I'm
Or is
olive
it?
machine? I'm a love machine.
You are a love machine.
What? What is the word?
Yes,
I'm a love machine.
Oh my god! So it's no 4-3.
You're just like staring at me
I'm
saying,
still-
I'm a love machine. I'm a love machine.
I want to go back and see the intense eye contact on that.
I'm a love machine.
All right. Next one's going to be up on the screen in 3.
If you get this, you win. You realize that.
What's the scores? What's the scores?
4-3.
4-3.
Yeah.
4 to Liz.
Yeah.
Okay. 1 to win.
I hope.
That's coming through now.
Oh, I still can't see it. You have to read it out.
Oh, I've waited.
Oh.
I'm just going to.
Okay.
Have you got it?
Yep.
Okay. Virgin olive oil. For.
Say it out loud, Rob. What are you thinking?
Virgin olive oil.
Virgin olive
What?
oil.
Virgin? I'm thinking fortune. I'm like, fortune olive oil? What? Okay, great. Okay,
Good
so
job.
Great job.
That
You-
was a lot of fun.
You killed it. You killed it.
Good job.
That was-
What a
job,
comeback.
Yeah.
I think you
Yeah.
naturally got it.
and then you.
But I have to say
Bam,
it
bam,
over
bam,
and
bam,
over.
bam, bam.
And so my process of verbally saying it helped you. And
Yeah.
so I had
So
to,
you had to
mentally
not
say it over and over again until it
That's
came
smart.
forward. So then you
I
couldn't cheat
shouldn't.
off me.
Yeah, exactly. I should have been more discreet about how I was winning.
Well, no. Well, yeah, exactly. If you'd been more discreet, I would have kept
wrong.
going. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you guys just sitting there in silence
I
doesn't
know.
make for a good podcast.
It doesn't. I'm sorry.
And you're like, I wanted to win. So I'm saying it quietly in my head, and I'm
I
like,
know.
say something, say
No,
something.
you're like,
and I'm
sound
like
it out.
sweating.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
like,
know. If I'd have sounded it
dead air.
out, it would have just been a whitewash from Rob. Okay, so I'm sorry. It wasn't great for the podcast, but
But
I think it's
it's
funny,
winning.
like
We
watching
need
you
to
guys
win.
figure it out.
but
Though, like,
what I found
truthfully.
out recently
that was
is,
so cool.
is
That was
winning
fun.
is really important to me.
It's important to me too. I was ready to cheat. I was like, oh, what? How can I cheat for this? That was fun.
That was really good.
That was good. I
Thank
like that.
you for the suggestion. Thank you
Yeah.
for hosting that.
Yeah, that was really fun.
Yeah.
Good fun. All right. Boom, boom, boom. It's a bit
do they
dance
sketch?
a little bit.
Oh,
Yeah.
no, okay.
Yeah. Not-
How
not
would you
just-
dance to this?
Oh no, I'm dancing.
Yeah.
No, I can't. No, that's not that kind of show, right?
No, people pay extra for that.
I can't just give it away
I'm not
for
going to
free.
diminish the
Jeez.
value of my work.
Patreon.
By giving free stuff.
Follow Rob and his OnlyFans. Okay. Yeah. What are we doing? What's happening?
We are here to talk about witches.
Oh, I'm always up
Spooky
for that.
season.
Yes.
Spooky season.
And this
Is
is
this releasing? Is it Halloween right now? Like when you release this? No.
Definitely is. 100%. We're
Yeah.
going to hold
We're
on to
gonna
it for
wait
like
for
4 months.
that's not to say that we won't re-release it around Halloween time. Although maybe we'll just get you back and we'll talk about something else spooky.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
stuff that we're re-releasing is the
Yeah.
shorts. Shorts will be
Yeah.
coming very soon. I think I was talking
Your
about that
shorts?
maybe. Yeah, my shorts. Like I'm going to send them out on eBay so
Yeah.
people can auction
Yeah.
my shorts. And they're
Perfect.
rare. I
Yeah.
don't wear shorts often.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah.
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 It's unheard of, really.
You don't wear shorts often?
No.
Well,
Huge fan of
the,
shorts.
the problem is when I wear shorts,
A lot of
it's just
attention.
a lot of attention
Yeah.
from the ladies.
Yeah.
So
Okay, gotcha.
it's terrible.
but
And you
that's-
don't want that. You
that's
don't want
not-
that,
hate
guys.
That's not what we're here to talk about.
Same problem.
It's awkward. It really is.
Okay,
Yeah.
we're here to talk about witches.
Okay.
Not my
and-
shorts.
And I'm actually so glad that you're here to chat about witches. We mentioned earlier we kind of want to define what are we talking about when it comes to witches, and we'll get to that Webster's dictionary definition. But also I'm super excited because it's something I wanted to do a little bit more research on and become reacquainted with. And I know you've looked into it a little
love
bit.
it.
And so you did your research as well, James, over there?
I was busy.
Yeah. Okay.
I have my personal experiences with witches. Where,
Oh my god, I
they've-
love it.
Yeah, I could talk
Yeah.
about that where they've
Yeah,
like put a spell on my
no.
calves
No,
and stuff
it's
like
fine.
that.
It's fine. Well, let's take
Make
this
them
as
less
a
desirable.
let's take this as a time to educate you about witches
Oh
and
my
what
God.
witches in history.
I'm sure
okay?
I'll have things to say.
I'm sure you will.
You can't shut me up.
So, I thought we'd start with how do we know it's a witch? And so I went way back to the 16th and 17th century
Okay.
and thought, how did they know if they were dealing with a witch?
Okay.
So what we're going to start with is in Europe over this time, this is when witch hunts and trialing people for engaging in witchcraft actually became a thing.
Okay.
And of course, you can't just accuse someone. You need to test, are you actually a witch?
Oh, okay.
So here are some of the tests that they did. And this one, the reason that I looked into this was this first one, which I knew occurred. And so
Okay.
it was super common for them to do a trial by water. And so what that
I've
means...
heard of this one. It's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
it's so ridiculous. So suspected witches were thrown into the water with their hands and feet bound, and it was believed that the element of water would reject a witch, causing them to float, whereas an innocent person would sink. So if you
so it's only-
died and you sunk to the bottom,
It's a test you take once.
it just... So you can be
It's
innocent and
ridiculous.
dead.
Yeah.
Or...
Or a witch and then dead. By fire. No.
Correct, whatever the next trial is. I don't know. So
It's ridiculous.
it makes zero sense.
Oh.
Do you reckon
So-
they felt bad, like after they drowned, and been like, "Oh,
He was
whoops,
innocent.
wasn't in witch."
No,
the 200th one today. Oh no.
no, because they were
The
driven.
whole town. Just checking if
That
you
was
witch.
the mayor. What are we gonna do now?
They were driven by.
This lady's the smartest person in town.
It
gone.
was based on religion.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
what they would have
So-
said
Makes a lot of
was that they had actually it was a good sacrifice for them and that they were fine now and they were in a better place and it was all good. So it was all like
so they
you're
were like,
now like the
okay,
Lord is looking after
you're
you and
going
taking
heaven.
care of you. Correct.
Yeah. So this isn't the end.
Yeah, correct. So
Yeah.
that was all good.
What would hold up? Sorry.
Okay.
What would happen if, like, they were self-proclaimed a witch? Like, they were very proud of their witchcraft. They did their magic. They did their magic. They did all that kind of stuff, and they still sunk. How would you feel at that point, being one of these villagers, being like, "We've got a witch. We know this one's a witch."
I feel like they would have had something for it. They
Okay.
would have had a response to it and been like,
Yeah, I think they were ready with anything.
yeah, it's just like they obviously the witch, maybe she was possessed and maybe she's no longer possessed, and so
Yeah.
it would
We
be
drove
something
Satan out,
correct.
and then
And
now they
now
went to
she's-
hell. No,
and now she's a pure
Yeah.
What's
with the
something
Lord.
I can say so I am right?
yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Which is exactly what it was. Some of the interesting ones, and this will become
Okay.
more relevant when we talk a little bit further. But the touch test. So if a witch could actually be identified by physical reactions to their victim. So if the witch would touch a victim and they experienced a reaction, such as a fit or a seizure, that was taken as evidence of witchcraft. Another one was to recite the Lord's Prayer. Witches were believed to be unable to recite to recite the Lord's
Yeah,
Prayer, and
interesting.
we'll come to that. And they were asked to say the prayer, and if they made any mistake or hesitation, was considered proof of guilt. So if you had a stutter, you got tongue tied, you felt the pressure.
Yeah, and back then, like, there was a lot of illiteracy.
Correct.
So, yeah, wow.
Yeah. I mean, there's some real interesting ones. I'm just going to tell you about this one I'd never heard of until today. The use of a witch cake. So this test involved baking.
Cake. I
Yeah.
like cake.
I don't think you're going to like this cake.
Ooh.
The test involved baking a cake made with the urine of the person and feeding the cake to a dog. If the dog exhibited the same symptoms as the afflicted person, it was believed that the suspect was a witch.
That doesn't make any sense.
Wait a minute.
That's a bit far-fetched.
So the dog had to eat wee cake.
Yeah.
And then if they started as the victim, so they started like seizing up.
yeah. then that person was a witch.
But I mean, the dog wouldn't see that,
That's
so I'd be like, okay, good.
Yeah.
Who else wants a piece of my wheat cake? Who wants a slice?
Cut it up into eights. Everyone gets some. No one's going hungry today, guys.
Invite me to your next potluck. I've got a great recipe for a non-seizing dog.
So one of the biggest things that the trials were reliant on, or any trial was reliant on, was spectral evidence. In witnesses claimed to see the spirit or the spectre accused of performing acts. So this is the type of evidence that was highly subjective and often led to wrongful convictions. The weight test is another one. It's believed that witches are lighter than normal people. So they were weighed against a standard weight or compared to the weight of the Bible.
Wait a minute. So if they're lighter than the Bible?
I don't know.
How does that work? Like they pick up the Bible and then they pick up the lady, the witch.
I mean, I
And they're
assume
like,
they had
"Ooh, they're
scales
very-
at some point.
They seem lighter than something. I
They're
don't
like
know.
holding the Bible. And they're like, you're like, oh, my arm's getting tired with the Bible. I think this chick's a witch.
And
Terrible.
the
What?
witches' tear test, it's thought that
Oh.
witches are unable to shed real human tears. Also that they didn't bleed. So those things were kind of tested. So
Well,
that's
so if you cut a witch, I mean, but then they'll just go to other tests. They're like, well,
Yeah.
get the cake.
Oh my god!
so that
Can you just wee on this cake for me, quick?
I'm gonna feed this to this dog.
Get the dog
This epileptic dog over here, and if it sees his arm,
all the time when he touches wee cakes.
allergic to cake.
Yum yum yum.
we put chocolate.
Yeah.
It's a chocolate wheat cake, and we'll see what happens to the dog. Chocolate was so expensive. Was chocolate a thing?
It-
then?
it-
Okay, any
yeah.
case.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
That dog.
okay.
Oh my god.
So they are very. I mean, that really sets the
Oh.
scene
Okay.
for the
Oh,
type
how
of
crazy this is.
Yeah, for how absolutely crazy
Ugh,
this is.
bananas.
And
How
so
dumb people would make
this
them.
was happening
Yeah.
around Europe. But I actually just really want to talk about the Salem witch trials.
Okay, so that was in Europe, was it? Or?
Well, that was in Europe and in Salem and in America. But that is the tests that were being used.
yeah. Right.
And they use these tests in Salem as well.
Correct.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
Really?
absolutely.
So how far back was this Salem
Oh,
stuff?
so this-
Do you have any information, Rob?
Was it 1862?
That's very precise.
1692.
1692?
Yeah.
In February it started, and
Yeah,
then May.
correct. Yeah. February to May. You're right.
Yeah.
May 19.
But the next year after
1693.
that.
Correct.
There we go.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it went on for
How
quite a
many
long
years?
period of time.
It's like just
A
over
year and a
1
bit.
year.
Yeah.
Over a year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow.
That's how
Yeah.
much damage it caused, and they were like, "We need to stop this." Anyway, I'm not gonna cut to that.
Yes. What did you find? You started to research. Talk to us about what you found interesting. What is the Salem witch trials for people who don't know? Like what happened?
So Salem was founded by Puritans, and they were very extremely religious.
What is a Puritan?
Just hyper religious, very,
Yeah.
very. So they came over from Europe.
Is that the people in America that have like the really
The
long?
Amish?
Yeah, the
No.
No. No, they weren't. But they had very,
worse
very
than
strict.
Presbyterians. It was
I don't
something.
know.
It was
It
started
didn't
with
say.
people. Anyway, they're Puritans, so they're very religious.
Okay.
Super religious.
And then it didn't help. There was one of the coldest recorded winters as well. So they were scared of starving. They were very isolated as a village. So this was a village in Massachusetts.
Okay.
And then there were two girls. They were related. They were cousins, right?
yeah, cousins. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
And they
two
started
girls.
exhibiting weird behavior. Like they started, was it convulsing?
Yeah.
Or
Yeah.
just weird stuff.
Like seizures.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Because
then
it was cold and they were starving.
Yeah. There's,
well, do you know what? There could have been
It could have been
any
anything.
number
Yeah.
of medical conditions that they had.
That's true.
Did
There's
you
a lot of
hear what the actual what they think actually was wrong with the girls
was it
now?
fungus or or
Yeah.
the brain or
Correct.
something?
They think there was a fungus around the
Yeah.
area. So they've gone back now and had a look and they actually think it was a
Yeah,
fungus that
wow.
was causing this.
Yeah.
Yeah, not witches. Weird.
Plot twist. They were wrong.
Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I was going to say, should we have said spoiler alert?
yeah,
It wasn't
or
witches.
by the way.
Oh, so strange. Yeah. So anyway, these two girls
Uh-huh.
started to have these symptoms, as did another one or two after that point in time.
They were like, oh, it spread.
Yeah, correct. Yeah, to these girls.
Uh-huh.
So what
And then they believe that witches like well, I mean, they did like evil stuff as well, but then they particularly went to get like after children, right? Like tormented them.
Yeah, absolutely. So at that point in time, they thought that children were more susceptible to witches, and then had, I guess, when these children were able to communicate, they'd kind of talk to them about what is it that what do you think had done this to you, and they had said
They said a fungus. No, baby fungus. What is that? A witch?
yeah. So they had said witchcraft.
Okay. So witches back in the 1600s
Yes,
were the original white van with candy.
correct.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, very much so.
They'll take you away.
Yeah, and actually had said that it was these three women in
this is so
particular.
sad.
Yeah, so
I mean, the whole
had said-
thing's sad, but
Yeah, so they'd named three particular women.
Okay. So why did they go for these women in particular?
they were outcasts, weren't they?
Correct.
In some way.
Yeah, so what do you know about the women from Salem?
Yeah, so it was Sarah Good,
Yeah,
Sarah Osborne, and this maid or slave?
Yeah.
Tituba.
yeah, Tituba.
Yeah. And Tituba, obviously, because she was a maid or like whatever.
Also, they think was Caribbean. So they think like, what were we talking about?
Voodoo?
Voodoo. Right. So
Yeah.
they had kind of
They thought
switched
that.
onto that. And then these other two, why'd they pick
Sarah
them?
Good was
Not good,
poor.
apparently.
Yeah, no, she was
Or
poor.
was good.
She's pregnant and she had a 4-year-old daughter, but she was like poor and I guess she just was not well off in society.
Yeah.
And then Sarah Osborne had not gone to church for some time.
Oh.
And then one of the accuser's families she was actually suing at the time. So
Yeah.
it's like
One of the
this.
sorry, I missed
The
that.
accuser, so the
accuser,
child who was
yeah.
sick, so she was actually suing
she was
that
suing
family.
the child, no, the family.
Suing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
was suing people in the
Yep.
1600s.
Yeah,
Oh
absolutely.
my god.
I'd love to see
And
the
so-
justice system back then, but anyway.
Yeah, so what you've got,
What's
Just about making people bleed.
you've got a
Eat
village.
this wheat cake.
You've got a village of 2,000 people, of super religious people who are all struggling, are at each other's throats. They've got no food and stuff over the winter, and then these kids are sick, and they want to try and retaliate to these people in the community, essentially. And so they've named them as witches.
They wanted to blame something. They wanted to fix it as quickly as possible.
And they thought that like sacrificing or outing these people out of society would improve their village. Therefore, they were like, "Yep, you're a witch." If that was it, that would have been fine. But that was just the very start.
Okay.
And so what they did,
So these people have got the idea of witches from old Europe and stuff like that, is it?
yes, but there was actually two people who came over and were high up in Massachusetts, and they actually the dad and a son who were high up in government had actually written books and pamphlets about witchcraft.
Okay.
Oh.
So they had
I
actually
remember
spread
this.
the word
Yeah,
around
right.
witchcraft at that time about their learnings of it. Yeah, which
It all
actually
stems
kind of
from religion.
also
It's like the
Yeah.
devil is among us.
Correct.
Like he moves in the world through people.
yeah.
Through
Okay.
witchcraft. Yeah.
And obviously through someone that doesn't go to church. That makes sense. So
Yeah. Or they're outcasts. But here's the thing though, if I like made a deal with the devil, like I probably wouldn't be an outcast. Like that would be a bad deal if I was still living shittily.
you want to
like,
be like
yeah.
the priest.
I
You're
would be
the
like,
priest
I'd be the
living the good
mayor,
life.
the
Yeah.
priest. Like, if I made, like, I know a bad deal when I see one. I'm an outcast still, and I sold my soul for this.
Yeah, that's
Like, if I was
rubbish.
practicing witchcraft, like,
That doesn't
Yeah.
make sense.
there's no way I'd have
Yeah.
like a starving 4-year-old child.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah, you'd have a castle and like unlimited,
I would be
Exactly.
a maid.
Yeah.
Like,
unlimited Tim Tams or something
Exactly.
like that.
I'd
Yeah,
have a Dorito. Like,
Doritos.
yeah.
yeah. CC's. You don't,
It
you
would
don't
blow their
get caught
minds.
out.
Yeah, exactly. Everyone's starving.
Yeah.
So
Corn
then
chips.
they started these legal proceedings, right?
For
And
those
so-
3 people.
For those 3 people,
Yep.
Yeah.
they started these legal proceedings. And what they did was they were all pleading their innocence because they weren't witches.
Yeah.
And
Sounds
what
like something a witch would do.
That's exactly
doesn't
what.
it?
Yeah.
Doesn't it?
No,
I'd lie as well if I
terrible.
was a witch.
Yeah.
The maid, I can't remember her name. What was her name?
Tituba?
Tituba. she was told basically if she threw someone else under the bus, she could say, 100 Hail Marys or whatever and basically go free. So she said, oh, yes, I'm guilty, but this person here did it. And so she had said that these two girls, yes, I did witchcraft, but they made me do it and they made me sign this book for the devil and there were 6 other names there, but I can't remember what the names were, which then fed, like her confession led, they were like, great, we've got more. So they kept her around to then be like, great, you can then, be a part of all the rest of this and be a witness to what's happening here. So
She would have been under duress, like as if you were faced with that and you're like, you're gonna die or you're gonna do what we say.
Yeah. I mean, the amount of people that have
still
been
immoral though, right?
Yeah. Well, she's not going to heaven. No.
That's true.
But maybe they were telling her, if you don't do it, you have to eat this urine cake.
Oh no. Terrible.
I don't know.
It's your urine cake, but it's still urine cake. And she's like, oh, no, thank you. I'll throw 600 people under the bus. She could have been like, no, there was just space for 3 names. That's it. Case closed.
Yeah,
that's the devil.
So if you could so if you could get rid of like poverty by eating your own wee cake, would you do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Like I only have to eat it once, right? I don't have to eat it every day.
Okay.
Or is that for the rest of my life?
Removing poverty for just one town?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Urine's sterile.
For the urine cake.
It's sterile.
And you bake it. It's not like you eat it, like you drink a gallon of it for no reason. Like it's probably
No, it's a cake. It's a cake, and then you
there's
pour
like
the
lots of
footy
sugar.
over
No.
it.
Oh, you put urine over it? Yeah, I still do it. I'm so good. I'm going to heaven. Tits above. Sorry, you're rotting in hell, girl. No, but God rest her soul.
Please don't haunt me.
Please don't witchcraft me.
Yeah, please don't turn me into a small coin-sized person. Because I can't use my phone.
Never send me back in time with like a minute. Oh, what a nightmare. I'll just go to sleep for a minute. Okay, anyway.
So
that's what happened.
Yeah, so that's what happened. So the other 2 went to trial, but obviously then all of the people started making these claims against other outcasts in society, and it just kind of spiraled where all these people were then naming other people because they then were able to. They said, yeah, I'm guilty, and then they named someone else, and that way they didn't get hung.
Okay.
So it really and the reason it's such a big deal is because of the amount of people that were tried, the amount of people that were
executed,
yeah,
for
through
the size
hanging.
of their community.
Yeah, 2,000 people, and it wasn't like
19?
Sorry, 2,000 people?
no, 2,000
Who
people is the
lived in
size
the-
of the
Okay.
community,
Okay.
like the village, and there's like 19.
200 that were accused. So it's
Yeah.
like a 10. Like every
200.
in every 10 people, there's one person that's a witch. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of people.
Yeah, wow.
Yeah.
So
And then 19
1%.
were killed.
Yeah.
1% of the population were killed. Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. Okay,
So-
now 1% seems little.
Yeah, sorry.
No,
Who
but
cares?
in a village of 2,000 people, take out your family and the people you're closest to. Like
Yeah.
that, I just feel like
They're all witches.
the rest
The
of
rest are
witches.
witches.
It's like
That's what we live in a witch neighborhood. What is this? I would just leave. I'm like, there's too many witches.
anyway.
Where's the nearest place you go to?
Salem Town was the next one. So this is Salem Village. Salem Town was the next one over.
Okay.
And it kind of
it spread,
It
didn't it?
spread. It
Yeah.
caught on there.
Oh, no.
Yeah, they even set up this special court to be able to
Oh,
try all of
yeah.
these cases,
Terrible.
right? And after they did this, the hanging of the Sarahs, or at least one of them, because one I think died in prison.
It was so sad how they died, right?
Yeah,
One died in prison.
she died in prison, and the
The
other
other
one
one
they
was
hung her.
even worse because, so her husband testified against her, which is
Yeah.
terrible. And then they imprisoned her 4-year-old daughter.
Correct.
Until she testified against her mum.
Yeah,
And then she gave birth in prison.
And the baby died. Yeah.
And then she got hung. Like,
yeah,
Oh,
just
that's
like
terrible.
horrible.
terrible time.
And she maintained her innocence. Like, would not say that she's guilty and then
Yeah.
killed.
Oh.
So not the funnest time. And after that they there was this hold on all trials, and they were like, let's come in and check if everything makes sense and it's all above board. And they came in and they were like, yep, seems good to me. And off they went and kept doing these trials.
Oh my God. Who
And
did that? Like, Salem
they,
Town?
Yeah, so they came in and so Massachusetts came in and actually had a look and was like, yeah, is this working? And they were like, yeah,
It's
good
up
to
to
go.
code.
Yeah.
What's the code? The Bible. Let's go.
Yeah, Bible says yes.
Yeah. And
Crank it up, actually.
and
Those numbers are rookie.
Tick.
there was a bit of rivalry between Salem Town and Salem Village because they both wanted to have their own minister.
Oh, my God.
And they were struggling because they wanted to be their own like church areas and they weren't, and they were struggling to kind of keep a minister. One of the ministers that they tried to get that left because he wasn't paid appropriately, they ended up calling him a witch and he got hung.
Did he get hung?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So
Okay.
this whole
There's no fair
hysteria,
work. It's that or you're a witch.
you'll do what we say
Yeah.
or you'll get hanged.
I'd be too scared to like ask for anything. I'd be like,
I'm fine.
yeah, I love this place.
So
That's the thing, though. Like the loudest people are always the ones that get the way, even if they're completely wrong. It's the same in the society now as well,
Yeah.
right? Oh,
it continued with the craziness, and what I
How did it stop?
I say, yeah, great question.
Yeah.
here we go.
So I was like, ChatGPT, tell me how this stopped. And it was like, sure, Alyssa, let me have a look. So they claimed the governor's wife was a witch.
Of Massachusetts. So
And then he
it
was
go-
like, oh,
Stop.
whoa,
Yeah.
whoa. Something's going on
Literally.
here. Like something needs, no. We've got
Stop
this
everything.
way out of control.
Yeah.
Everyone that was still in jail and everything was like, see you
Released.
later. Yeah. Or
No more
just
executions.
see you later. Like, we're not going to try anyone else because they had claimed that his wife was practicing witchcraft.
That's how it had. Yeah.
Yeah.
She was accused, and then it
That's
all
it.
ended.
That's it. It just stopped at that
Yeah,
point.
correct. He was like, no, this
Let's
has
go
gone
back
too
to like
far.
planting things so things will actually grow. Let's go back to work. We just killed a
He's like,
a tenth of our
here's
people.
some seeds. Are we good? We're all good? Okay, great. Let's go.
Yeah, right. Well, so
yeah.
he likes his wife, obviously.
I mean, good for her. Like, I don't know
Yeah,
who she
that's-
was. She, I mean, could have been a witch.
Yeah.
Yeah, they actually found
She
the
was
actual,
the actual
witch, and she's
witch.
like,
yeah.
I put a spell on everyone. I don't know why she had that accent. Anyway.
Me either. She's from Hocus Pocus.
Yeah, vampire. Transylvania.
Yeah.
Yeah, wow,
so-
that's incredible.
Yes, I mean, there's a lot in like a lot of plays and stories and things in history that have then been kind
They're
of written
interesting.
about this time and about how this kind of group think, which I know
Yeah.
you have
Love,
some
you're
strong
obsessed
opinions
with,
about.
yes.
Yeah, he's all about it. Just
Obsessed
force
with
everyone
it.
into groupthink.
hey guys, what's groupthink right now?
well, it's huge in like politics stuff, and
Of
I hate
course.
politics. Like politics is so rubbish, but it
Or
like
religion.
yeah, you believe who you trust, and
Yeah.
if they say something, then you believe it.
Yeah.
And the
You're
more
not
they,
allowed to question
the
it.
more they say it, the more you believe it. The more
Yeah.
they say it, the more it becomes a part of you, and no one will be able to argue it out of you.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just rubbish.
Yeah, I think it's the same in like corporate organizations though.
Yeah.
So the people who
Yeah, absolutely.
the people who think like you are the ones who get promoted, which means that you're gonna just have more people who think like you.
Yeah,
like and
exactly.
you know that bias, that unconscious bias of just working with people who you obviously like because they think the same way that you do, and someone
Yeah.
thinking not like you don't like them, but actually
Yeah.
like that's really valuable to have
Yeah,
a
exactly.
difference. And you know, I think, and I don't want to play that card, but diversity. I think there's a role.
The old wooden ship.
The old wooden ship.
Okay.
They were doing some studies recently about diversity and diversity across boards and people work. So your charity board, for example,
Oh, no
and about
diversity.
diversity in background, like including race, socioeconomic upbringing,
Yep.
and gender. A good diversity amongst those actually made for like really great, efficient, like good ideas,
Of
like
course.
really great boards. And I
Yeah.
just think like that's just such an example of where here's where it goes wrong, here's where it goes right. Like
Yeah.
working together and with people with different ideas just has to be.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my thoughts on like witches is like they're generally the like naturalists of society.
Well, like
They-
it's defend like paganism, like that's like witchcraft stems from that, like
Yeah.
different kinds of witch. Yeah,
Yeah. So like you see these people that are more like attuned to like nature and the energies that nature brings and all that kind of stuff. Obviously, there's dark sides of it too, but there's dark sides to lots of stuff. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well,
And
I
and,
think-
and that just it's about the person, but
Yeah.
I think like there's some pretty cool people that call themselves witches nowadays that are like trying to do good in the world by just
Yeah.
doing things a little bit differently.
Yeah,
you know?
I think what you were talking about with the naturalist thing makes sense. Like you can use, there's so much in the earth and the plants that we use and everything that you could use in order to better you and anyone else, right? And
Yeah,
that may seem a
exactly.
bit strange if you're not familiar with it or you don't know.
Yeah, people would call
or-
you a witch for
Correct.
curing someone with a leaf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But in the same way.
Or if you've heard something several thousand times and you think that that's true when it might not be. Anyway, could go on.
But you could also then use that same power for bad.
Yeah,
And
that's
also know
true.
the same ways to magically, impact someone physically through, again, the power of plants and
Yeah,
the
exactly.
things that we have around us. And I think that's nature. That's understanding nature.
Yeah.
Is that a witch?
There was a person I saw a video of, and he identifies as a witch, and he said that if you influence the universe in some way, then you are a witch. So it's like
So
I
unless
mean,
you're
so
completely
everybody's a witch.
passive,
Yeah, exactly.
unless you're completely passive
You're a
and you're
jellyfish.
only
floating in the ocean.
so the only people that aren't witches are jellyfish.
Yeah,
Or the
that's
only
it. You're a
organisms.
witch. You're a witch. But then,
Okay.
if you influence it for good or bad, and like,
Yeah.
where do you draw the line between which,
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
money is witchcraft? Like, I can make you do. I'm going to work because of money.
yeah,
Is
witchcraft.
that witchcraft? Yeah, exactly.
Corporate witchcraft.
Witchcraft. Wow. Wow.
But I think that's right. Like, so the witch I was talking about was like utilizing nature. What if you use communication to manipulate situations? Like, and
Yeah.
you,
Well, we do it every day. I mean,
Yeah.
that's the only reason why we have society or buildings or anything that we have is through communication.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So if I'm a better communicator and I can get people to do what I want by
Yeah.
saying it in a particular
Witchcraft.
way. Witchcraft.
I want that kind of witchcraft.
To make
Yeah.
someone feel amazing
Yeah,
or tear them
that's right.
down
Yeah,
or get them to do something I
exactly.
want. Is that
Yep.
witchcraft?
That's
So witches are great communicators.
Maybe. It depends what type
Yeah.
of witch you are.
How
so
do you define witchcraft?
are you using nature? Are you using your own communication? Like is it
Are you
utilizing
using a urine cake?
Surely that's
To
a
feed your
giveaway.
dogs.
If anyone offers you a urine cake, like
They are not a witch.
Or they try to prove something really badly. Go get your dogs. Everyone's gonna try this. Your
Rob,
chihuahua
you
meetup.
know-
Please do
And you
not
bring,
try
if someone
this.
brings a cake to your chihuahua meetup, do not trust them. Do not
the
trust them.
food that my dogs eat. There is no way I'm feeding them a
A
urine cake.
No one's gonna say urine cake. It'll be like, this is a dog-friendly cake.
No way in hell.
Ingredients: urine and chocolate.
Well, first of all, I'm
flour.
not giving my
Right.
dog a chocolate cake. So even without the urine, that's not happening. But yeah, weird times.
So sad.
Yeah. So this was all about the Salem witch trials. There is
Yeah.
obviously a lot more about witches. If you guys want to hear more about witches, just
Yes.
put them in the comments about what kind of subjects you want us to talk about.
Yeah.
And we can probably bring it up next time. I'd say,
Yeah.
that's something
I'd
we
be
do.
happy to go down this rabbit hole again, talk about other witches. I think types of witches.
Types
I
of
think.
witches, types
Yeah.
of things they do potentially.
Yeah.
Types of little spells.
Witches in history.
Witches in history.
Like actual witches, like
Yeah.
what are the particular people that self-identified
right.
throughout
As
history as
witches.
witches?
And what
Good witch,
kind of
bad
witchcraft?
witch.
There's like voodoo, which
Yeah.
is like
Ooh.
a different type of witchcraft.
Yeah, we did talk a little
Yeah.
bit about voodoo.
I
you
think we only
spoken about
scratched
voodoo
the
already?
surface.
We
Yeah.
scratched a little bit of the surface
Yeah.
Voodoo is cool.
with like a coin, and there weren't 3 matching dollar coin values. Anyway, I was talking about scratchies. That sounds good. Let's do that.
Do you have any further questions about Salem or witches that I've not answered for you?
No, was the cat in Sabrina called Salem? Is that correct?
Yes.
Yeah,
It was called Salem.
Yeah.
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 Weird. Hey.
That was the question I had.
That's it. You've been holding on to that from the beginning, haven't you?
Yeah, it was. It was since the very start.
Perfect.
All right, guys, thank you so
Closed.
much.
Yes.
Let's wrap this thing up.
Hello there.
Hey,
Fancy meeting you here.
what a great episode.
It has been amazing.
Well, I've had a good time here. I don't know what it was going to look like on the podcast. People are going to be like, that was the worst one ever. No, it was. I thought it was fun.
I'm gonna
Oh,
read
that's
the
good.
comments, and if there's hate comments, like
You're going to cry.
no, I want to like read all the comments. If it's hate comments, it'll be funny
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
It'll probably be from my friends. Just hate.
Just your friends. Bill.
Go. I can't
Anything
wait.
you want to say to your friends, like to preempt the comments?
No, go. Yeah, go crazy.
Yeah,
Go.
yeah. What do you reckon they'll say?
I'm not gonna go into that.
You're not to bait them.
No, I'm not gonna make them.
I think they're going to say, Rob, you're so talented and funny. And
We've never said generous or kind about you. Where did that come from?
Who is
Here's,
this guy?
here's
Wait,
actually
what?
the 5 things I think about you.
Yeah.
Also, I made you a urine cake.
We've never seen him wear a suit before.
Yeah, right. I've never
Wife
seen you
beater. Just a
outside.
wife beater all the time.
Never seen you out
What
of a
is this, Robbie
suit.
wife beater? That's my nickname, by the way.
God. Terrible. Yeah. Well, we've had a lot of fun. I appreciate it.
This has been so much fun.
We
So much
appreciate you
fun.
being on the podcast.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah,
It's been great.
It's good.
This has been the Penniless podcast. You can see us on all the channels that you enjoy watching, mostly YouTube.
Just YouTube.
Just not Channel 9, Channel 10, Channel whatever the hell channels they
YouTube.
have.
Just
in there. Just
the-
YouTube.
It's
The
just
Penniless podcast channel on YouTube
Yeah.
specifically
It's
is
funny
the
because they'll
channel.
be watching it anyway if they get to this point. It's so silly.
All
They
the
would have
channels,
watched the
just that
entire
one.
thing.
Yeah.
Um,
Hit that like and subscribe button.
and then join
Just
us on Instagram.
Smack it with like a thong if you've got one. Just smack
Do you mean like a
Like the
flip flop?
clothing?
You know,
Like a
yeah.
flip flop.
Oh,
He means a flip flop.
I don't care, man. As long as it gets done. Just hit that subscribe button. We're almost at 100.
Oh.
It's been cheeky. It's been fucking cheeky as hell. Like it's been like, oh, 96, whoop, 95, 97.
This is it. I have a good
96.
feeling this is going to be the week.
It could be.
This
This
will
is
be
the
the
one.
week.
It
This
could
is
be
it.
fun.
This
Yeah.
is the one.
Anyway, leave some comments. Anything about any of the subjects that you've got that you enjoy very much
If
that
you
we talked
know
about. If you know any,
A better test than urine cakes to find a witch.
Yeah.
Let us know what
Of
your
all of the tests,
of
that's
all
our
of the
favorite one.
tests. You let me know
Yeah.
what's your favorite witch test,
Yeah.
and if you want to know any more about witches.
Yeah, exactly. That'd be great. Did you have anything else you needed to say about the witches, or
Nope.
no?
That's it. No, nothing else.
It's funny. In the break, Liz is like, "Oh, I forgot to say this, this, and this."
There
I
were
bet
so
everyone
many
else-
things, you guys.
Yeah.
No,
there is. There's too much to cover.
Is there
Yeah.
anything that you guys know that we didn't say about Salem the cat trials? Just let us know in the comments. Prove to us that you're worthy, and you that you're worthy of being you. Anyway, no. Have
Wow.
fun. We're on Instagram as well, so follow us there. It has been great to have you, Rob. We're going
Thank
to
you for having
go do other things now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
Maybe
know. Walk a dog.
eat a puffy dog or something like that. and
Drink a drink.
drink drinks and just be
Live our life,
yeah.
really.
Be
yeah.
merry.
Go to sleep.
Yeah. Yeah.
Be, you can have a nap.
Crawl back under the blanket and have a
Yeah,
nap.
Hopefully they don't shrink tomorrow.
Pretend this didn't
But
happen.
I know what I will do if I did.
Have a nap.
Just sleep. Sleep it off.
That's so good. All right, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for
Bye, guys.
joining.
Awesome.
We will see you next time.
Thanks.
Bye.
Bye.